खाली खाली सा क्यों लगे हैं लफ्ज़ तेरे दिल पे मेरे यारी सा क्यों लगे खाली खाली खाली.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning back again to Not Funny Rohan.
Despite of our audio quality in the last 3 videos.
Correct. इस बार ऑडियो क्वालिटी बेस्ट होना चाहिए. इस बार तो कुछ पता ही नहीं है कि खराब क्यों होगा.
हाँ.
है ना 25 मिनट.
2 बार चेक किया सब
कुछ चेक कर लिया है. ये ऑन है कि नहीं है?
ऑन है चेक कर लिया.
ये ऑन है ना?
हाँ मैंने 3-4 बार
ये ऑन है. ठीक है. Camera on, audio on. All right, so back again. We got Rohan, whose channel it is. आप लोग उधर क्यों देख रहे हो? मैं दिखा रहा, आप लोग उधर देख रहे हो. Back again, Rohan, whose channel it is, and there, wearing extremely cool sunglasses, is Niladri Bose. They are back again after what feels like, I don't know, 5-6 months. For Niladri, it's about a couple of minutes old. Okay, so today's video we're going to talk about historical moments. अच्छा ये वीडियो हमने पहले शूट किया था with different videos of course, लेकिन because of Rohan's we couldn't put it out.
Actually सिर्फ मेरा नहीं था, मैं बता दूं क्या हुआ था. मैं और शायन स्केच शूट कर रहे थे, एकदम से कैमरे की मेमोरी खत्म हो गई. तो मैं आया, मेरे को यहाँ पे जून सा भी ऐसे थोड़ी वीडियोस दिखी, मेरे को ऐसा लगा ये तो इसकी तो एडिट हो चुकी है, डिलीट कर देता हूँ. मैंने ध्यान दिया नहीं और एक अपनी
तो एक्चुअली तेरा ही है. Don't try to pull me in.
थोड़ा दोनों शेयर.
And for the records, let me tell you that in that episode which Cheyenne hosted, I thrashed the fuck out of Rohan 13-3 because
speculation है.
Yeah, and I
speculation
knew.
यार आप ये नीलाद्री छोटे चीज भूल जाते हैं, लेकिन आपको स्कोर पक्का याद है.
क्या था स्कोर?
13-3. Because you didn't know shit.
So that video, in case you're wondering, कि video we couldn't be shot because कुछ footages गायब हो गए उसके. Okay. So that being said, we are hosting another history episode now for both of them, completely new videos, and we will see who is better.
इस बार क्या स्कोर होगा बताओ?
इस बार मुझे लग रहा है रोहन, इस बार है एक्चुअली तेरे स्ट्रेंथ के वीडियोस हैं.
मेरे स्ट्रेंथ क्या है आपके हिसाब से?
Bit more contemporary sports and stuff, वो सब है.
Let me tell you.
अरे स्पोर्ट्स की बात करें तो वो विराट कोहली का वो बॉम्बे क्या है?
बॉम्बे
लॉबी वाली थ्योरी बताओगे आप एक बार कैमरे में कि आप क्या बोल रहे थे श्रीलंका के मैच में क्या हुआ, विराट कोहली क्यों सेंचुरी नहीं बना पाया?
It's classified information that I shared with you. Alright.
But how did you get to know the classified information?
I get. I have.
अच्छा एक और चीज बोल रहे थे मार्को, मैंने बोला सबसे सबसे लंबा क्रिकेटर जो आज तक खेला है वो अभी है मार्को यानसन. वो है 8 फीट 9 इंचेस का. मैंने बोला ये तो पॉसिबल नहीं है, इतना तो बास्केटबॉल में भी बोल देते कि भाई इतना हाइट वाले तो अपने को चाहिए नहीं. तो कहते नहीं है. मैंने बोला नहीं, टॉलेस्ट मोहम्मद इरफान है 7 कुछ का है वो. तो हमने देखा गूगल में 7'2" था और मार्को यानसन के 6'9" है. कहते तुमने ये इन्फॉर्मेशन कहाँ से पता चली? मैंने गूगल पे. गूगल में सही इन्फॉर्मेशन थोड़ी मिलती है.
For sure.
Then where do you get it?
Which is the source of fake news?
Which is the source of genuine news?
अच्छा, so did you go and measure Marco Jansen yourself?
Then how do you know 8-9?
There are people in the stadiums that I am in touch with who know. All right. Even good
just
friends.
Every day at night. Did you measure that guy? Did you measure him today? Come on.
We have people who host these
नया
big
प्लेयर
leagues.
खेलने आता है, नीलाद्री तक को टेंशन हो जाती है.
Big leagues.
We are also in touch with the same people.
वाला बंदा जो ग्राउंड पे करता है वो हमारा दोस्त भी
है. I
है.
actually know more than one people who host it.
कौन नाम किसी?
कोलकाता में जो है उनको भी जानता हूँ ना मैं.
मेरे को तो इंदिरा नगर में एक्स कोलीग है, उनको भी मैं जानता हूँ. सबको
मेलबिन की बात कर रहे हैं.
हाँ.
मेलबिन. I know 3 people. Melvin is also there. हाँ.
I know a
तो
couple.
वो क्या करता है? यानसन का हाइट लेने का जॉब है.
See, it's not about just knowing people who are hosting, but it's also who run the board.
तो वो क्या करते हैं? यानसन की हाइट लेकर रेडी रहते हैं. जय शाह के पास यही काम है अभी.
You know Roger Binney, is it? Or Jay Shah?
I'm not saying.
Oh,
anything.
you know Amit Shah maybe.
I'm not saying.
How
anything.
much does Amit Shah weigh?
बताओ, आपके पास इनसाइड इन्फॉर्मेशन है.
Okay. अभी थोड़ा सा हम लोग डेंजरसली मार खाने वाले टेरिटरी में जा रहे हैं.
मैंने बोला नहीं अमित शाह जी के बारे में. अमित शाह जी तो मेरे को बहुत रिस्पेक्ट है.
हाँ तो अच्छी बात है, मैं भी तो बोल रहा हूँ.
वे क्यों बोला आपने?
Why did you bring in the
वे
weight
क्यों लाए
issue?
आप?
Why did you bring in the weight
Just
issue?
because आपका सेम हेयर स्टाइल है, आप ये सब ज्यादा बात नहीं कर सकते.
He won't mind if you are bald. He doesn't mind what you say. Listen. Okay. आज के वीडियोस में एक थोड़ा चेंज ये है कि मैं पहले बताता रहा हूँ, वीडियो विल नॉट बी टू फनी एंड ऑल बिकॉज़ हिस्ट्री मोमेंट्स इसमें क्या फनी होगा. However I might tell you guys to do a few things after incorrect answers.
Sexual?
No, not sexual.
Sweetie.
One of them mildly maybe. Okay, first question, first video, let's start with that. Okay, before that, Taste of Kurg की तरफ से Niladri claps with passion. Okay, this is almond rocks.
Wow.
Oh my, I love them, man. I just love them.
You just love them.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Even
huh?
if you win it, you give it to me.
Okay.
That's nice. Okay, and the other is Kurg passion fruit squash.
Fucking hell.
Wow, यार.
If-
Unbelievable.
This is how
एक
people
बार
in
वो
the, this is how people in the 60s reacted जब पहली बार बाहर से कुछ आ रहा होगा हमारे देश में, like whoa, side fountain pen, crazy. You still react the same way to orange squash.
Fountain pen. And shit.
Okay, so yeah, कुछ चीजें मैं करने बोल सकता हूँ. Let's straight away start with video number 1. Okay, anything point 1 is you look after that.
Okay.
ठीक है?
नहीं है point 1.
है 1.1 फोल्डर में है.
Okay, okay.
Go for video number 1.
Okay, एक सेकंड
One minute.
मैं वो तो ऑन नहीं किया मैंने. क्या?
स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग. चलो हम लोग एक फकअप तो कर रहे थे.
बच गए.
एक फकअप तो करना, इट्स शगुन.
So do we have this visual, what we have been speaking? The Fuck Up Productions present Not Funny Rohan.
Fakapp Productions should make a documentary.
Yeah.
The whole they want to put one YouTube video out. Every 10 they keep fucking up something or the other.
यार ये क्या दिक्कत है यार, इसको अभी तो हो रहा था.
थोड़ा टाइम दे दे.
Do this like that. Wait, what's so funny? It sometimes boots it up.
अभी वो लैपटॉप है क्या वैसे घर पे?
है.
आप यूज करते हो? आई थिंक घर पे कोई और यूज करता है आपके लिए, है ना?
छोड़ दो, नहीं है, पता नहीं क्या हो गया इसको एकदम से यार.
तो ये तो रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है ना.
वो ठीक है, छोड़ दो, आप कर लेते हैं.
हाँ, एडिटर, आई एम सो सॉरी. ओके, वीडियो नंबर 1.
The pace car has gone. We've lost the laser. He's getting now. It's now all down to Elliot and the
The
pacemaker.
gloves are off.
He's getting quicker.
He's racing right now. This is racing.
Well, this is true racing. Shalane knows what this feels like through the streets of Central Park in New York, whether it's in Berlin or London. But today is all about Vienna. Today is all about Eliud Kipchoge. We're down to the last couple of minutes to bring him home. Ed, some final thoughts from you.
I'm overjoyed that.
All right. The question is, वीडियो में क्या हो रहा है? That is the first question. I think both of you should know this. लिख लो. I don't want each of you to copy others' answer. आपके हाँ, एक पेन आपके पास है, एक पेन आपके पास है, पेपर. एक दो वर्ड भी लिख लो ताकि पता चले कि एक बंदा दूसरे से कॉपी नहीं कर रहा है. और whoever is writing second, write it. Telling second, write it. हाँ. There's a historical moment happening in this video. What is the historical moment? Okay. Yes, Rohan, let's start with you.
Full marathon being completed under 2 hours.
Okay, you?
City Marathon. Bomb blast.
यार ये सब कैसे पता?
नहीं, बॉस्टन मैराथन है वो. बॉस्टन मैराथन में बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हुआ था. एक वीडियो में बोला कि वेनिस में हो रही है. वियना, sorry, not Venice. हाँ, वियना में. Rohan, you're right. The first time ever that a human being completed a marathon under 2 minutes, though officially not. Officially ये timings उसके approve नहीं थे because nobody else was competing. There was pacers throughout. He got a lot of help. So officially they couldn't.
There were just 8 guys from a black bar. Just
No, so they are pacers.
उसका पेस सेट करने के लिए.
Pace set करने के लिए that they have had different pacers take over for the full 42 kilometers. It's not the same guys running with him. There are different guys after different points.
They're like the safety car in Formula 1.
No.
फॉर्मूला 1 के पास तो खुद के पेसर्स होते हैं ना, वो रेस ही कर रहे होते हैं.
हाँ, that is the day before.
सेफ्टी कार तो अलग होता है. हाँ, वो तो. But these are हाँ. So you उसका pace set करने के लिए they keep running and you have to run with them. So they are called pacers.
Dude, what a fucked up job, man, that is. I mean,
लेकिन जब
Hey,
बॉस्टन
Shine,
बॉम्बिंग
bro.
बोला मेरे को लगा वही सही है.
no, I knew I was wrong over
घबरा
there.
गया था.
मेरे को लगा अब ये actually अच्छा take था. I should have kept Boston bombing, but I forgot. But I have too much of US there in the history. इसलिए मैंने Boston वाला नहीं रखा. All right, so
Why-
इसका जवाब देने के लिए रोहन you get 3 points. You start with 3. You start with nil. First में कोई punishment नहीं है.
You don't
However,
even
I will
like
ask
that.
you
He's
one more
taking-
question.
he's
मैं अपना सेफ्टी के लिए लिख रहा हूँ. मेरे
क्या
को
safety के
मेरे
लिए
ईगो
लिख रहे हो?
बूस्ट होता है.
However, there's another question. Eliud Kipchoge का official record नहीं है. Official record for the fastest marathon run is 2 hours and 35 seconds. It was created on the 8th of October. मतलब very recently. It was made by a guy called Kelvin Kiptum. Which country does Kelvin Kiptum belong to? Eliud Kipchoge, जिसको अपने वीडियो में देखा, he belongs to Kenya. Which country does Kelvin Kiptum
मुझे
belong to?
उसके बारे में ये बात पता है कि उसने मतलब जितने भी डॉक्टर्स थे उन्होंने बोला था इम्पॉसिबल है वो ये फीट अचीव कर पाना, और उसने जिस स्पीड से भागा था उसने वो फीट अचीव किया था. मेरे को ये
हाँ, but anyway, this is still more time taken than Eliud Kipchoge took, no?
हाँ.
Full minute more.
ठीक है.
नीलाद्री ने रिक दिया, तू बोल सकता है सिर्फ.
कीनिया मेरा गैस होता. ठीक है, मैं जमैका बोल रहा हूँ.
Ethiopian.
Both of you wrong. The answer is Kenyan.
अरे यार.
The answer is Kenyan. So there you go. Rohan is on 3, Niladri is on nil. That was.
वो आपने वो बोला ना ही इज फ्रॉम कीनिया, वहां से मैं बहुत. चलो कोई बात नहीं.
Okay. First question, and I thought कि तू ऐसे ही बता देगा क्या है. Though you can play video number 1.1, but that's just Eliud Kipchoge का वो win दिखा रहा है वो.
छोड़
छोड़
दो.
And the commentary was nice, basically.
देख लेते हैं, वो शायद चाहता है हम देखें.
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं, actually time waste होगा.
He has less than 200 metres to go. Eliud Kipchoge, let's keep an eye on the clock. Into the final 20 seconds. Eliud Kipchoge. Whoa! On his shoulder.
crazy, na? Under 2 hours.
140, the unofficial.
And he looks fresh.
Eliud Kipchoge storms into the history books in Vienna. 1:59.40, the
Weather भी
unofficial
देखो ना,
time.
अच्छा weather है.
First man.
हाँ, correct. That's why he chose Vienna.
अरे वो मैं ठीक है, लेकिन थोड़ा क्रेडिट तो दो यार इस बंदे को. हाँ,
Giant leap.
T-shirt भी slim है, dry fit है.
बस यही दो चीजें हैं जो आपको 40 किलोमीटर भागने से रोक रही है ना. आप लूज पहनते हो और बैंगलोर में तो
आप आ जाओ कोडे and run with me from my house to the lake. I'll thrash the fuck out of both of you.
आप
कोडे
शायद
में
में बात करो, मुझसे रेसिंग के बारे में बात
एक
मत
सेकंड,
करो.
एक
मैं
सेकंड.
15-20 किलोमीटर रेस ऐसे ही भागता रहता हूँ.
Race, you do. He can run much more than both of us. That is there. Also, Kodai में just that uphill climb from your house to the place where car is kept.
वहाँ पे आप 2 ब्रेक्स लेते हो.
2 ब्रेक लेते हो. हम लोग एक बार में पहुंच. हम लोग भी हाँ ऐसा करते हैं, लेकिन हम लोग पहुंच जाते
I
हैं.
stop to look and see the scenery.
While doing-
across.
ऐसे करते सीनरी देखते हो आप.
साले हरामी.
I stop to look at the
Scenery.
scenery.
घर से भी वही दिखता है,
every
लेकिन
time-
जस्ट अभी 100 मीटर चलो अब कैसी सीनरी देखने का मन कर रहा है.
ये देखा नहीं पहले मैंने कभी तो. I stay here for 15 years, but I never. ये देखा नहीं क्या? Interesting है ना? अचानक से. Okay, let's go to video number 2, not 2.1 but 2.
हाँ, two.
Here we see the 51L crew enjoying breakfast. Mission
Niladri,
specialist
पता है तो
Ellison
चिल्लाना
sitting
मत.
beside teacher and space participant Krista McAuliffe. And they are posing for their traditional shot during their breakfast. And then we have Commander Dick Scobie sitting beside pilot Mike Smith in front of the traditional cake featuring Halley's Comet and an apple for the teacher. Judy Resnick on the left, mission specialist, along with Ron McNair and payload specialist.
Don't have to
Ray
remember the
Jarvis.
names.
All members of the 51L crew. And they're going to give it another shot today.
Okay, so these are the. This is a NASA official video. These were the first few moments of shooting these astronauts. इतना तो पता ही है आप लोगों को. Before they embark on a mission. Now, why is this so important? This video is from 1986. 86, 87, मैं एक बार देख लूँ.
86.
1986. What happens next? Put it down on paper. What happens next? Put it down on paper.
स्पेस रेस के 17 साल बाद.
Why is this mission important? ढक के रखो. रोहन देख नहीं रहा है. I'm looking at his eyes.
मैंने नहीं देखा.
I might be wrong. But
एक सेकंड.
But with the year, I still remember that.
गलत हो सकता है मेरा.
तो तू ही पहले बता. दोनों लिख ही लिया तब जब.
ये शायद 1986 में मेरा गैस है कि वो कौन सा इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन ऊपर सेट करने.
अच्छा, they were going to the international. हाँ. I think this is. Yeah, Jan 28, 1986. Yes, Niladri.
So the space shuttle exploded.
आपको सब बॉम्ब भी है क्या आपके आंसर में सारे?
2.1 पे देखो सही या गलत. 2.1 शायद फोल्डर में होगा. देख यार.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Roger, roll, Challenger. Good roll program confirmed. Challenger now heading down range. Engines throttling up. 3 engines now at 104%. Challenger, go at throttle up. Challenger, go at throttle up.
There you go.
1 minute 15 seconds.
So see.
Challenger explode.
हाँ, एक सेकंड. ये देखा आपने जैसे ब्लास्ट हुआ ना, NASA still doesn't know.
Yeah.
एक सेकंड बाद उनको पता नहीं चला. अब देखो full break because now they are like what the fuck just happened.
Yeah. We
एक सेकंड मुझे देखना.
There was no transmission for these few seconds. I think
You can see the solid booster going there, the other rockets going on, and the capsule just disintegrated very badly.
Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation.
Now they got to know.
Obviously a major malfunction.
Their telemetrics started kicking in after a good 40 seconds.
no. Everything was them, but they didn't react immediately. They couldn't understand what the fuck was happening. That it's humanly possible. So why did that happen? आपको क्या याद है?
So back in 1986, I was in my school, Don Bosco, and suddenly we were told that today is going to be a holiday. So we were, today is going to be a holiday because we are mourning the death of these astronauts.
ये कहाँ था स्कूल?
Don Bosco.
चेन्नई में क्यों हॉलिडे दिया?
Because it was a very sad moment in space.
हाँ, that it was because it's a very I can't say popular. It's a very iconic moment.
And all of these astronauts were just not, single people. They all had families. They all had big.
One of them, the lady who was there, she was a teacher.
The one with the blonde curly hair.
She was a teacher.
Yeah, and so we had this Italian father because we are in Italian school, and he came and said, "Let's go to the chapel, and we have 2 minutes of silence." And we mourn for Space Shuttle Challenger.
हमें कल्पना चावला के लिए छुट्टी नहीं दी थी यार.
हाँ, before we go ahead, नीलाद्री, so what happens कि ये कैमरा आपको यहाँ से दिखा रहा है, right? Free. लेकिन अगर एक बंदा काला चश्मा पहन के ऐसे करके बात करे, तो कैमरा में लगता है सच में उसकी आंखें नहीं है. Because when a person visually challenged person talks to you, they would talk to you ना कि हाँ ऐसे करो वैसे करो. कि अब जब यहाँ पे कैमरा में वैसे ही लग रहा है लेकिन आपको. ये looking visually challenged.
Okay, so 3-3.
It is 3-3. Yes, it is 3-3. So what happened during I was watching a video. So right before the shuttle was launched, that day itself, one of the engineers had pointed out the very part which malfunctioned, said that AC Challenger vehicle को हमने बहुत बार use किया है, and इतनी बार use करने के बाद it's only a matter of time where this will give way. Structurally, it will give way. I think the right booster में कुछ became weak and the fuel leaked and then the blast happened. So there was a possibility NASA kind of knew कि ऐसा होगा.
And there were two things that happened, to be very honest. One was with the boosters in Challenger, and when Kalpana Chawla unfortunately passed away.
Don't give the name of that Challenger. That's my second question.
Okay, the space.
Don't give the name of the space shuttle.
The space shuttle. There was a panel problem which was below.
आपको पता है क्या स्पेस शटल का नाम?
मैं 3 ऑप्शन दे दूंगा, तुमको भी पता होगा.
हाँ, मेरे को शायद 3 ऑप्शन में पता चल जाएगा.
हाँ, 3 ऑप्शन में पता.
So these were the two problems that.
मैं उसके बारे में बताता हूँ. So I was watching another guy who was a NASA doctor. He was saying that likely इस Challenger explosion के बाद भी there is a possibility because the whole crew capsule came out in whole. Of course, there was a hole at the back, but there was 2 possibilities. Either the crew was knocked unconscious, or there's a heavy chance that they might have been awake and alive till that crew from 19,000 or how many feet came down and crashed onto the sea. Shit. And it crashed with such force
that they couldn't.
Now, I don't think they retrieved any of the bodies.
No.
There
was only debris.
Only debris. Yeah. It sunk directly to 100 feet below the
very
ocean.
Sad, very sad.
Ocean water. So imagine you being alive and
morbid
looking.
videos लेकर आए हो यार.
No, it's part of science and history, man.
मैं morbid तो हटा देना बोला.
I grew up in this age. Why did I say that I have had a holiday from my school?
थोड़ा कुछ है ऐसा जो नीलाजी सर ने जिया ना हो.
यार हिस्ट्री में तो अब हिस्ट्री में क्या हुआ अभी ये 2 में पहले के थोड़ी दूंगा.
लास्ट टाइम भी जो लेकर आए थे नीलाजी बोलते ये तो मैंने डीडी पे लाइव देखा था.
यार तो हिस्ट्री तो वैसे ही होगा.
हाँ मानने हाँ.
Okay, 4 minutes.
बहुत crazy video.
Okay. The next question that I have for you is the next crash. This happened in 1986. The next crash happened in 2003. You rightly said, Kalpana Chawla passed away. उस space shuttle का नाम क्या था? I'm going to give you 3 options. Option A, Columbia. Option B, Discovery. Option C, Atlantis.
Okay, I have my options.
A, B, अस्सी लिख दो. Columbia, Discovery or Atlantis. Okay, Niladri.
Columbia.
You?
Atlantis.
All right, Niladri gets +1.
4-3. How's it going?
But you know what is even more morbid about the Columbia disaster? As the rocket took into space, there was उसके बारे में बात हुई थी कि there's a small foam section जो पहले भी हुआ था different shuttle के, पर कुछ खास फर्क नहीं पड़ा था. The small foam section which is supposed to cover a very important part of that space shuttle had fallen off during the launch itself. So launch करने के बाद they were in space for 2 weeks, after which they were supposed to come back. NASA ground engineers knew that this has happened during takeoff.
That was the panel.
Foam, कुछ foam था एक.
Exactly. The shuttle is like this. यहाँ पे जो काला काला panels होता है एक गिर गया था.
So these guys knew that there is a great chance that during re-entry they will burn up and die. So they had the dilemma कि हम उनको space में बताएं, because there are only 2 options. Either you stay in space and the oxygen slowly runs out and you die, or you try to re-enter and then you burn up and die. So one of the guys who important, I don't know, NASA director था कि कौन था, made a decision that it's better it comes as a surprise. They're not expecting it and they die, rather than. No, but
I think better option.
But rather than them knowing that we are going to die as we re-enter, so in which case they would not perform.
But if you could have told them that this has happened, the commander would have done something.
There was nothing they could have done.
गाड़ी थोड़ी ना चला रहा है कि अच्छा बचा के चला रहा है.
There was nothing they could have done. There was only one remote possibility of them launching a rescue shuttle, which was available. There was another. Rescue मतलब there was only remote possibility. It's theoretically हो सकता था कि the rescue shuttle में वो लोग वापस आए, but they didn't launch it, and it's only hindsight. Never know if that would have been a success or not. Chances बहुत कम.
बहुत ही crazy चीजें बता रहे हो मैं.
All right, so 4-3 we will move on to video number 3.
Not 3.1.
Correct.
इसमें कोई punishment है?
Oh shit, punishment भूल ही गया था ना मैं.
अगले वाले में देंगे.
हाँ ठीक है. No sound is intentional. ये लगता है दोनों को पता है.
Shit यार, ऐसा प्लीज गलत बोल दो यार.
But
I think Kennedy का ऐसा. I am going to guess that only. It's definitely that.
Okay, write down what is the significance of this moment. Why is it there in the video?
Kennedy assassination.
Okay, Niladri, last time you went first. आप रोहन.
वर्ल्ड ट्रेड सेंटर 9/11 का उसको न्यूज़ मिला है.
Okay, आपका?
9/11.
ठीक है, मैं आपको एक और चांस देता हूं to be very specific about the information that was given to him. Think about it. Very specific information was given to him. You're right about World Trade Center. Very specific information was given to him because of which his facial expressions changed. अगर गलत हो तो इसमें मार्क्स मतलब दोनों को you get marks, but खैर. Okay, Rohan, you want to take a guess or you can not take a guess also.
कि प्लेन हाईजैक हो गया ट्विन टावर्स की तरफ जा रहा है वो हाउ स्पेसिफिक डू यू वांट.
Okay, you what is it?
Sir, the second plane has hit the tower.
You get 5 points, you get 3 points.
आपने बोला मार्क्स नहीं काटोगे आप.
नहीं
What are you
काटूंगा.
saying, man? Fucking he's asking a question. I obviously have to get there.
5 points for Niladri, 3 points. So
9-6.
before he goes in, he was told that a plane has just hit World Trade Center, which
Second one.
everybody assumed was an accident. When the second plane hit is when US got to know that this is a terrorist attack. So what you saw on screen, you can play 1.1 with audio, is the exact moment George Bush heard that and is now beginning to realize that they are under attack.
As one of the most seismic moments in American history was unfolding, the president was in the most unlikely of settings. Moments before entering that Florida classroom, he'd been told a small plane had hit the first tower.
That's when I walked up to the president and I leaned over and I whispered into his right ear, a second plane hit the second tower. America is under attack.
I saw it live. Fox News took over Indian television.
And I looked at the president, I could still see
ये तो तू भी तब तक बॉर्न हो गया था.
बॉर्न मैं अपना बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट कर रहा था जब ये सब चल रहा था.
11 सितंबर तेरा बर्थडे है.
11 September? After 8 fucking years or 9
Come
years
on,
of knowing,
India.
yeah. 11 September. Just spilled out.
11 सितंबर की अटैक्स को लेके वीडियो था जब रोहन का बर्थडे भी है. सो उस वीडियो में नीलाद्री को मिले 5 पॉइंट्स, आपको मिला 3 पॉइंट्स.
9-6.
सो 6.
I was 4-3. I
4.
got 5 points. 9.
4 के अच्छा कुल.
हाँ.
Yeah. 9-6.
So this was the exact moment that George Bush is realizing that
ये टेररिस्ट अटैक.
ये terrorist attack है. All right, I have one more question about this.
हाँ.
9/11.
Points है क्या इसमें?
Of course है.
Oh,
One extra point.
बहुत गंदा आ रहा हूँ.
Okay, the question is how many planes were hijacked that day? 4.
हाँ.
ये question नहीं है.
Okay.
Question is United Flight 93
हाँ.
stood out of these 4 flights. Something was different about the hijacking of United Flight 93. कुछ अलग हुआ था. क्या हुआ था with United Flight 93 जो other 3 planes के साथ नहीं था? Okay, चलो मुझे बता दो. In a good way कुछ अलग था.
हाँ वो पता है मुझे, लेकिन मेरे को फिर आप बोलोगे इसका स्पेसिफिक बताना है. ठीक है.
नहीं चलो उतना
पता नहीं मुझे गलत लग रहा है लेकिन ठीक.
Alright, Niladri have written 2-3 वर्ड्स लिखने से हो जाएगा.
मैंने एक वर्ड.
हाँ, okay.
आप बोलो. आप कुछ.
Okay, आप बोलो.
It didn't hit a target. There was a scuffle inside mid-flight with the passengers and the hijackers and the plane.
Pentagon को
Pentagon was no. Pentagon hit a target.
लिखा है यार.
What was your answer?
पेंटागन को हिट करने वाला था लेकिन नहीं किया वो.
No.
This was Pentagon को plane hit किया था.
But United 93.
United 93 crashed in a
into
field in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly.
लेकिन फिर किसको करने वाला था वो हिट?
मैं तेरे को 1 पॉइंट देता हूँ, but Niladri, I'll give you 2 points. I'll give you 1 point.
Dude, why? I deserve.
He also answered the same.
ये मेरे सेम ही आंसर है मेरा.
He said Pentagon.
आपने भी पेंटागन बोला मेरे साथ.
That is the third plane. 2 hit the towers, 1 hit the Pentagon, 1 was going to hit
ये कहाँ पे
another.
जाने वाला था?
This was supposed to hit the Capitol building. So you right इसलिए 1, but Niladri has given extra information यहाँ पे वो correct है. That to somehow give him some points. So 2 देना पड़ा.
7-11.
11-7.
यार 9-11 तो करना पड़ेगा.
ये कैसे 9-5 था तो
9-6.
9-6 था.
9-6
अभी 2 पॉइंट
था.
वहाँ पे 1 पॉइंट मुझे.
So 2 points to 7. 11-7.
Yes, so that's what United Flight 93 may basically, so this flight was 40-45 minutes behind schedule. It was timed that flight 93 and Pentagon में crash साथ होने वाला है. So by the time the flight was hijacked and these people were forced their way into this thing, people began calling up their relatives in the plane, and they got to know that suicide attacks have already happened in 3 places. So they understood that there is no point of us trying to be just sitting there and obeying them. So we have to try to take over the flight, which they tried to take over, but hijackers.
सुनने में आया इसके अगले दिन से रूल बन गया कि हाईजैकर्स की बात नहीं मानोगे आप. इससे पहले रूल था कि हाईजैकर जो भी बोलता है आपको प्रॉपरली मानना है पायलट्स को.
अच्छा.
क्योंकि वो चाहते नहीं कि अंदर लोग मरते रहें. लेकिन इसके बाद इस
No, but the deterrent is that after these incidents happen, every airline, even the plane that you are traveling, wherever you're traveling, Coorg or Bombay, there's always an air marshal.
In US, I don't know if Indian planes have that.
Indians are there, but nobody
I'm not
knows.
sure every Indian flight has one. Every Indian flight does not probably have one. कुछ में है. But the thing is, government's policy is, Indian government का policy after the 99 hijacking is, we will not negotiate with terrorists. So if tomorrow we are traveling in a flight, terrorists take over, the government will not negotiate. So the idea is to de-incentivize the terrorists. कि अगर आपने hijack कर लिया, तो आपकी बात सुनेंगे नहीं. So you can just kill these people if you want to, but we will not listen to you. So that is the policy. इसलिए plane hijackings वैसे भी कम हो गए, and of course because of security. All right.
Video number 4.
Yes.
कुछ नीलादी सर के टाइमलाइन के बियॉन्ड भी कुछ है या
ये वाला video number 4.
अच्छा इसमें पनिशमेंट है.
Video number 4. 4.1 नहीं 4.
ये 4 ही हाँ.
It's starting to rain again. The rain had slacked up a little bit. The back motors of the ship are just holding it.
All right. The question is, this happened in the year 1936. What happens after this? What is the phenomenon? Why is this there?
So should we write it? Or?
Yeah, should you write it?
क्या मैं देखो अब बताओ यार आपने
1936 में ये वीडियो 1936 का है.
1936 हो सकता है.
मैं पनिशमेंट देना ही भूल गया यार. Anyway.
बताओ आप बता दो. मैं
इसके बाद हर एक वीडियो हर एक गलत आवाज पे पनिशमेंट है. Okay, let's start with you.
First commercial plane.
Okay, Niladri.
So this was called a Zeppelin.
यार ये क्या इतनी एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन दे के ह्यूमिलिएट करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है.
This was called a Zeppelin and it exploded.
It was not called Zeppelin. It 4.1 पे जाएगी.
यार अब से ना हर जो आंसर आएगा ना फूट गया बोल दूंगा मैं. जो भी दिखा यहाँ पे बॉम्ब हो गया.
The back motors of the ship are just holding it just enough to keep it from. It's burst into flames. Get it started. It's right, and it's right, terrible. Oh my, get out of the way, please. It's
So
burning,
fucking
bursting into
helium in
flames,
it.
and it's falling on the mooring fast, and all the folks between
Helium
us. This
becomes
is
a gas.
terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world.
It exploded, but basically my answer.
400 or 500 feet into the sky, and it's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke and the flames now, and the flame is crashing to
It
the
is
ground,
the-
not quite to the mooring mast. All the humanity and all the fans just beaming around it. I told you.
सुनाई नहीं दे रहा ठीक.
So these are actually called the Zeppelin class.
Don't tell the name. That's the second question. Zeppelin class, no. It was called an airship. I mean,
Airship,
basic structure is called airships. So I think there were about 95 people on board. About 66 still of them still survived because they were just about to land. So everybody was near windows apparently. So people jumped out. 30 odd of them passed away. Of course, they were burned to death. The reason it blew up was इसका नाम क्या था इस शिप का, वो मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है. एंड आई विल गिव यू अ हिंट. इट्स नॉट ज़ेपलिन. मैं आपको हिंट भी दूंगा उसके लिए. इट हैज समथिंग टू डू विद सम कंटेम्पररी थिंग विच इज हैपनिंग. आई विल टेल यू व्हाट द नेम इज. आई विल गिव यू हिंट. बट so this was made in Nazi Germany, which is why it had swastika in the behind, and it was safer to fill the balloons with helium because helium is the second lightest element, hydrogen is the lightest. But उस time helium सिर्फ US के लिए था, US wouldn't give it to Germany. So they put hydrogen instead. Hydrogen being the lightest would take the balloon up. However, it was also very inflammable, which is why the blast happened from behind, and then there was a flame shot from the mouth, and within seconds everything burned down off the plane by the time. So it was landing when this thing happened. It was
पहली बार उड़ते ही ऐसी तैसी हो गई या ठीक ठीक उड़ रहा था?
No, ये उड़ रहा था पहले. ये उड़ रहा था पहले, but this is a very, again, I can't say popular, very iconic moment, maybe in a negative sense, a very important moment, because after this airships were stopped. They're saying अब तो हाइड्रोजन भर के हम लोग नहीं उड़ाएंगे.
इसका वीडियो क्यों बना रहे थे लेकिन?
It was a big moment there, like.
उनको नहीं कैसे पता कि फूटने वाला है, इससे पहले अगर नॉर्मल उड़ रहा है तो वीडियो
नॉर्मल वो उतना कॉमन भी नहीं था कि बहुत लोग ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है.
So they were shooting video. This is a radio DJ was giving commentary, and then suddenly this happened. The name of the ship comes from an ex-German president who was in 1930s, who paved the way for Hitler to be the chancellor of Germany. Anyway, तो उसके नाम पर है. The name starts with the letter H as in Harry. The hint for both of you is ये नाम, the name of the ship, was also in news in India in recent times, leading to financial decline of a particular company of India.
थैंक गॉड भगवान.
बट इससे एक ही पॉइंट मिलेगा आपको.
एक आंसर आया भगवान. थैंक. वो भी बिल्कुल हिस्टोरिक की वजह से नहीं आया.
हाँ. This
टाइम कम दे सकते हैं हम, थोड़ा जल्दी आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं, टाइम कम हो रहा है.
This name of this ship is also the name of a particular, let's say, company.
बस हो गया.
Which was in news in India. It's not an Indian company, which was news in India because they did something which led to the financial decline of very popular Indian company.
बस.
So you want to know the Indian companies?
No, I want to know the name of the foreign company, which is also the name of the ship. It starts with the letter H as in Harry.
सुन लिया ना multiple time.
Okay, last 10 seconds.
10.
Okay.
9. You know?
8.
I guess.
Okay, cool. He knows the answer.
Himmler.
What's your answer?
Hindenburg.
Thank
God भगवान. एक पॉइंट मिला.
एक पॉइंट आपको मिला है 3, इसको मिला है 1 इस टोटल क्वेश्चन में.
मेरे को 2 नहीं 3 मिला क्या?
3 मिला है 1.
So 14-8.
But since आपने गलत जवाब दिया था मेन क्वेश्चन का, your task is to lick Niladri's finger.
नहीं.
Then you have to lick his finger. One of the two.
एक मिनट.
Finger gets
ये
licked.
पेन क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? मेरे को पेन दो.
अरे छोड़ो ना, पेन का क्या करोगे?
अरे 14-8 लिखना है.
मैंने लिख रखा है 8-14.
Your task is to lick Niladri's finger. Niladri कोई एक finger दे दो which he has to lick because he.
बस हो गया.
So थोड़ा सा ऐसा.
नहीं हो गया.
गीला कहीं आया ऐसा हो गया.
Okay, 14-8.
All right, 14-8.
बहुत मुश्किल है यार ये एपिसोड.
मेरे
को बहुत डर लग रहा था ये भी बता देंगे करके. इतना अच्छा हिंट.
Okay. Question number 5.
एक मिनट बताओ, हिंडनबर्ग ने क्या किया?
अडानी को नीचे
हिंडनबर्ग ने अडानी
के.
हाँ. This is the Hindenburg disaster 1936. What you saw. Okay, next question 5. यार अभी बहुत बाकी है. Your question is what is happening? कुछ हिस्टोरिकली इंपॉर्टेंट हो रहा है वहां पर, क्या है वो? ओके, इतना काफी है.
It's a tough one, man.
I have a guess, लेकिन मेरे को लग रहा है वो गलत ही है.
ओके, हिस्टोरिकली आप लोग के लिए हिंट है, हिस्टोरिकली कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट हो रहा है यहाँ पर. क्या हो रहा है?
मैं नीलाल सर के लिखने के बाद मैं देता हूँ.
ठीक है, आपको लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, तू पहले बता. हाँ.
जापान ने सरेंडर किया है. World War II is my guess.
ओके, आपका?
That means World War ends after this.
The NATO signing, North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Rohan gets 3 points, you get 0. This was the surrender of Japanese at the end of World War II. Niladri, I would want you to give a good bite into this.
Yeah!
As a punishment.
I can't have citrus, but I'll do it for you.
Yeah, दे दो, मैं यहाँ पे पास कर.
अरे यार ऐसा बोलने लगोगे.
अच्छा वो दे दो.
Okay, wait. I'll give you another one. Either ये करो, नहीं तो you have your phone with you.
Yeah.
Call anybody and for 30 seconds don't say anything but just do meow sounds. फोन करके हेलो म्याओ, हेलो क्या हुआ म्याओ म्याओ. 30 seconds बाद ओके कीप द फोन बोल के काटना है. After that you might call and explain, but this is what you have to do. दोनों में से एक, या तो वो
ये बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है.
Just meow for 30 seconds.
रोहित
स्पीकर पे हाँ.
देखता हूँ उठाता कि नहीं.
रोहित आपका फोन नहीं उठाएगा सर, कैसे हो सकता है?
रोहित तो मम्मी की तरह आपकी.
मम्मी की तरह.
Hello?
Meow.
Hello?
Meow meow.
Hey, chick.
Meow 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 meow. Meow.
How drunk are you, bro?
Meow meow. Meow 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 meow.
Hey, nice, bro, you can act.
पहला था हाउ ड्रंक आर यू ब्रो.
Okay. There's an additional question for 1 mark.
हाँ.
The last
ये वाला आ
Japanese
जाऊंगा मैं, हाँ.
soldier to surrender was called Hiro Onoda. I think he surrendered somewhere in 1970s. He was hiding.
1 second.
एक सेकंड.
Rohit, that was a dare on not funny Rohan, okay? So, I was supposed to say meow to a very good friend for 30 seconds.
वेरी गुड फ्रेंड मेंशन नहीं किया था, बट ठीक है.
Okay?
Rohit, you're Niladji's best friend. Just breaking news. ठीक है, अभी करके.
बंद कर दो चलो.
I'll use it for Japanese porn dubbing. All right. Okay, darling, thank you. Bye-bye.
Huh. So the last Japanese soldier to surrendered in 1970s. He didn't believe that Japan had surrendered. His commander had given him the orders to protect this area, protect the jungle, and he carried on the warfare till 1970s.
Yeah.
He was hiding in the jungles of a particular country. Country का नाम क्या है? ये है.
हिंट है. आपको भी चाहिए ना, हिंट ले लेते हैं ना.
अपना एरिया का इधर साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्री है.
आप बोल दो नीरज से, मैंने लिख लिया.
Yeah, there we go.
आपने क्या लिखा है?
I have written it there.
क्या लिखा है?
अरे आप
मैंने लिख लिया. हाँ, पूछो नीलादिश से पूछो.
Okay.
I think it's Sumatra, Indonesia.
Okay.
हाँ, कौन सा बोला आपने?
Indonesia.
अच्छा, मैंने म्यांमार लिखा.
दोनों गलत. The answer is Philippines.
अरे एक और चांस देते यार, एक क्लू देकर.
साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्री ज़्यादा है ही नहीं. Philippines. Okay. We'll come back to all of this again later on. Let's go to 6. वीडियो ऑडियो नहीं है जानबूझकर. A very important moment in history this is, जो बाद में लोगों को पता चलता है. बाद में और ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस बढ़ जाती है इस मोमेंट की जब सच सामने आता है. Okay. Basic question is, can you identify the person? Any of you?
Yeah.
Okay, write down. अच्छा, ये 2003 की बात है. It's not too long back. 18 years पहले तो हिस्ट्री तो
20 years back.
हाँ, 20 years. Very nice. Niladri, take off your glasses today. People should see these eyes. या तो उसको जानता है या तो नहीं जानता, मतलब मैं बता भी दूंगा ये सिग्निफिकेंस क्या था.
Should I say who's this guy?
Give up.
मेरे को पता है, मेरे को लग रहा है पूछने वाले कि क्या हो रहा है इसमें.
वो तो मैं बाद में पूछूंगा. मेरे को लगा था ये दोनों बता दोगे तो फिर मैं वहां जाऊंगा.
ये यूएस वाला बंदे का नाम बताना. मिस्टर ओबामा के पापा.
मिस्टर अच्छा ओबामा सीनियर. हाँ, फ्रांसिस ओबामा.
This is Powell.
Correct. Colin Powell is the name of the guy, Secretary of State of US back then. Okay, I'll give you another chance now. अब मैं points बताता हूँ बाद में क्या होगा. लेकिन what is he talking about in the video? Write down. एक दो words write down कर लो.
पता है तो नहीं पता तो हिंट ले लेंगे यार, मैं बता रहा हूँ यार.
हिंट
दे दो. अब दोनों को नहीं पता. बोल दिया.
2003 मैंने साल बोला. साल ही बहुत बड़ा हिंट है अगर आपको थोड़ा सा भी आइडिया हो तो. 2003 में he is talking about something which later on we come to know that this guy didn't actually believe. He was selling bull crap. कि उसको बहुत to give you a hint, I think later on he described this moment as very painful for him. This moment in this person's life.
Oh shit. मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है मैंने कहीं सुना हुआ है. अच्छा मैं अगर एक वर्ड लिखूं उससे रिलेटेड हो इसका तो चलेगा या फिर बिल्कुल एग्जैक्ट बोलना पड़ेगा कि
तू ही बोल के नीलाद्री इस तरह लिखा, नीलाद्री सेकंड बोलेगा. There is a movie, अगर जिनको देखना है, there's a movie called VICE Vice, वो देख लेना, उसमें है काफ़ी एंटरटेनिंग.
मेरे को लग रहा है ये ईरान बोलूँ अफगान तालिबान फॉर्मेशन इज माय गेस.
Okay, what's your answer, Niladri?
I'm guessing, but I think he was warning about the troop build-ups before Crimea was taken in.
Okay, Crimea was 96, ना? Crimea. हाँ.
ठीक है, आंसर क्या है बताओ यार, आप इंटरेस्टिंग आंसर बताओ.
6.1.
ऐसा लग रहा है मैं रो दूंगा ये वीडियो करके एंड तक.
I cannot tell you everything that we know, but what I can share with you, when combined with what all of us have learned over the years, is deeply troubling. What you will see is an accumulation of facts and disturbing patterns of behavior. The facts in Iraq's behavior demonstrate that Saddam Hussein and his regime have made no effort to disarm as required by the international community. Indeed,
Okay.
the facts...
Basically now you know the answer. So, America cooked up evidence that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction which he did not have, and they used that.
बोल के अफगानिस्तान बोल दिया है.
ईरान तो नहीं है ना, इराक है. Saddam Hussein.
मैंने
Iran बोला. So basically they cooked up evidence and they invaded Iraq. Colin Powell was not fully on board. It was mainly driven by Dick Cheney. And Dick Cheney steamrolled and got them into. They manufactured evidence. They built up links.
तो इसको पेनफुल क्यों लग रहा था फिर?
Because he knew he was not fully behind the reasons. He knew that this was not adding up. But he was given the task to go ahead and make that very important speech in UN. It was a very important speech where America justified to the world this is why we should invade. There's a video of Tony Blair standing up and also saying, there was a Condoleezza Rice who was also, I don't know
There's
what
a black lady.
She made a statement that we don't want the smoking gun to be a mushroom cloud. Right, so it's me, Niladri, you still get how many points?
1 point.
3.
Colin, 3?
Yeah, 17-11.
17-11. All right, Rohan, take a big juicy bite of this. On camera, please. Juicy. ये बहुत इजी था तेरे लिए.
यहाँ पे रख ले.
कुछ और करना पड़ेगा.
Video number 7.
Okay, video number 7.
Here we go.
मुश्किल है but पता है तो पता है. ये बहुत बता देगा.
Renewables are the easiest, and then the most clearest. Then there's no risk, there's no signal. Anyway, they definitely happen. There's no signal, nothing. These 3 are definitely happening. Yeah, they've all been organised. Okay.
You can play this again. Don't play part 1.
The enemies. Yeah. Renewables are the easiest, and then the most clearest. Then there's no risk, there's no signal. Anyway, they definitely happen. There's no signal, nothing. These 3 are definitely happening. Yeah, they've all been organised. Okay.
Alright, मैं हिंट दे देता हूँ. दोनों को ज़्यादा आइडिया नहीं है, तो उनको थोड़ा आइडिया.
एक पहला गेस ले सकते हैं, उसके बाद हिंट ले लें हम. आप क्या पूछेंगे, बंदा कौन है?
नहीं, वो बाद में पूछ भी सकता हूँ ना. द आइडिया इज कि ये तेरे को पता है. दिस इज अ स्टिंग ऑपरेशन एज यू बोथ कैन मेक आउट. दिस इज अ वेरी पिवटल मोमेंट इन अ स्पोर्ट.
मेरे को पता है अब.
ओके, नाउ which sting operation are they talking about? What is happening यहाँ पर?
एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन दूंगा तो मेरे को ज्यादा पॉइंट मिलेंगे, नीलाद्री सर को मिलते हैं.
नहीं, वो क्वेश्चन ये जवाब नहीं था. वेरी पिवटल मोमेंट. आपको पता है ये चीज़. आप
कॉन्फिडेंस मत दो.
आपने भी घर बैठ के देखा है शायद. आपने तो घर बैठ के देखा है, आप तो ऑफिस जाते ही नहीं हो. हमने तो बाद में पता किया.
चलो मैंने लिख दिया. बता दो आप.
Match fixing.
Which match fixing?
I'm guessing it's the one which took place not in India by Pakistan.
In India?
It could be, yeah. Or in, yeah. But it's basically...
Which match fixing?
Sport?
Correct. Sport is cricket. Which match fixing are we talking about?
You know that answer?
I guess so. तहलका, ये दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द अर्लीस्ट स्टिंग ऑपरेशन इन इंडिया. तहलका के द्वारा जो किया था, जिसमें मनोज प्रभाकर ने स्टिंग ऑपरेशन करके नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू कपिल देव अजरुद्दीन को फंस पाए थे।
क्या आप सेम बोल रहे हो?
मैच फिक्सिंग।
बोथ ऑफ देम आर इनकरेक्ट।
कितने चालू हो यार, कितने एफर्टलेसली बोला, देखा सेम, कितने एफर्टलेसली, कुछ नहीं मेरे पता था।
7.1
देखो
7.1।
बाप रे, बहुत चालू है यार।
ये तेरे को पता है रोहन, फिर भी तू गलत किया इसको।
मैं एक और गेस ले सकता हूँ?
दे अभी 7।
मैं एक गेस ले लूं?
नहीं, अभी मैं दूसरा सवाल पूछूंगा।
प्लीज एक गेस
यार,
मोहम्मद मेरे को प्लीज एक गेस लेने दो यार।
नहीं, अभी दूसरा वाला
मैंने प्ले नहीं किया
अभी पूछूंगा एक और।
प्लीज मेरे को एक बार प्लीज एक बार गेस लेने दो ना, एक पॉइंट के लिए सिर्फ।
अच्छा,
दिस इज आमिर मोहम्मद आसिफ एंड सलमान बट मैच फिक्सिंग नो बॉल वाला।
आपका
सेम थिंग, सेम आंसर। वो बोलता है ना कौन है विकेट कीपर कैप्टन।
I'll go for 7.1.
आप अगर उसने भी एक चांस लिया, आपको भी एक चांस ले लो।
I don't think it could be the Mohammed Asif thing because
footage is
this footage looks a little out of date, but it could be if you have to ask me to pinpoint. I think this was when Salim Malik and
okay, 7.1.
You know what? The near balls are the easiest, and then the most clearest. Then there's no risk, there's no signal. Anyway, they definitely happen. There's no signal, nothing. These three are definitely happening. Yeah, they've all been organised. Okay. So the first ball of the third over. The innings. Yeah.
Okay, first ball of the third over of innings. Right. So who's going to be opening?
Asif and Ahmed are going to be bowling.
So do we know which one?
That is going to be Ahmed. Ahmed's going to be bowled the first over. Yeah.
So the first ball
of the third over.
Of the third over. Is there any signal?
No signal. It will just happen.
It's no ball. Okay.
ओवर से पहले बात भी करता है ना वो बॉलर से, बोलते देखो याद है ना क्या करना है।
No ball is a call. Front foot. No ball.
He's inexperienced. We know that Mohammad Amir, though extremely clever in the mind. Maybe, it's a big no ball. Maybe he's finding it a little difficult because of the wet patches in his run up to get it absolutely right.
It was a good bowler, man.
There you go. It's just where he starts to take off. It's where he starts loading himself up to bowl.
Then the 10th, the last ball, 6th ball of the 10th over.
Last ball of
the 10th over.
10th over. Who's bowling it?
Asif will be bowling it.
Okay.
Just oversteps on the front line and looks as if he wants a bit of sawdust. It might be quite greasy, but just look at that front foot where it lands, which means that his arm, if his left leg lands there, he's way over. His arm must be over the stump, so he'll be bowling wicket to wicket.
Seen a couple of biggish no balls actually. One from Amir. He was over that front line by good.
ठीक है, इसके बाद वो दिखाता है कि वो पैसे टेबल पर रखता है, तो आप नहीं भी देख सकते चाहो तो। He's put whole money, 10,000 pounds he charged before and 140,000 pounds because of this. So 150,000 pounds is what he charged from News of the World के reporters. So these people got caught, Salman Butt and this thing. But he had boasted that he had 2 batsmen, 2 bowler, 1 all-rounder and all in his pocket.
कौन कौन बचा? बहुत सारे लोग फंसे भी नहीं ना, ये 3 फंसे मेन।
ये 3 फंसे।
वहाब रियाज नहीं फंसा।
वहाब रियाज के साथ इसका एक फुटेज है where this guy is exchanging a jacket with वहाब रियाज। उसी जैकेट में उसने पैसे डाले थे पहले, of the News of the World के पैसे जिसमें डाले। लेटर और ये दिखा रहा है दूर शॉट वहाब रियाज के होटल के सामने खड़ा है। He is exchanging the jacket जिसमें 10,000 pounds उसमें थे। He is exchanging that jacket।
और किस पे एलिगेशन है?
उमरान अकमल, कमरान अकमल, वहाब रियाज
को तो फिक्स करने की जरूरत नहीं, तो ऐसे ही कैच छोड़ा।
वो सब बोलते फिक्स है, वो तो बहुत बड़ा फिक्स है दोनों को। उसके बाद नहीं लेते थे ना टीम में, इसलिए कमरान, उमर अकमल
बोल रहे हो, उमर गुल बोल रहे हो?
उमर अकमल नॉट गुल, दोनों का भाई।
उमरान अकमल, कमरान अकमल,
उमरान, ठीक है, हाँ उमरान का। सो बोथ अकमल्स,
या
वहाब रियाज, ये 3 एंड इमरान फरहाट का नाम था. तो ही सेड इमरान फरहाट कंप्लीटली मेरे अंडर नहीं है अभी, बट इमरान फरहाट भी किया होगा. 150,000 पाउंड्स मतलब कितना होगा? 1,50,000 पाउंड्स, which means how much will be?
1.5 करोड़ के आसपास ही होगा, मतलब 1 करोड़ के आसपास होगा.
नहीं, उससे ज़्यादा होगा ना. 100 pounds is 1 pound is 100 rupees.
80-90 होगा ना, 80-90 रुपीस नहीं होगा, 90 रुपीस होगा.
80 bucks a pound.
No, it अभी 100 bucks के आसपास है. बट चलो तब समझ ले
12 crores.
12 crores के लिए पूरा जिंदगी तबाह हो गया इनका.
12 crores?
If you look at it as it
as 100 तो 1.5 crores.
नहीं बाबा, 10 15 into
1 million बोल रहे हो, 1.5 lakh pound बोल रहे हो.
150,000 pounds.
हाँ, 2 जीरो ऐड करो, 1.5 करोड़ बना ना. ये क्या कैलकुलेशन हो रही है? मैं ही पागल हूँ क्या? 1.5 लाख है, ठीक है, उसमें 1 जीरो ऐड करो 15 लाख, एक और जीरो ऐड करो 1.5 करोड़.
हाँ, 1.5 करोड़ लग रहा है ना.
यार मैं ही
तो मैं
कंफ्यूज हो गया.
कुछ गलत. 150,000 पाउंड से तो शायद, बट आई थिंक वो 11 नहीं तो
एक नो बॉल के लिए अच्छा प्राइस है यार. अब 12
3
करोड़
लोग की फिक्स कर रही है. आई डोंट थिंक 1.5 करोड़ होगा. आई थिंक
अरे पुराना भी तो
10-15 नहीं है. कितना पुराना है? 2010-11 का है ना ये तो. उससे ज्यादा ही होगा. 1.5 करोड़ की
अच्छी बॉलिंग अटैक खा गया एक बंदा. पूरे पाकिस्तान की बॉलिंग अटैक खा गया.
But we all fall into this trap at some point of time.
No,
I haven't fixed mine. Nobody has paid me for playing badly.
Yeah.
No.
In fact, we encourage कि थोड़ा तो आज खेल ले.
No.
I have been paid to perform better.
Has not worked. बहुत ही ethical है. पैसे लिए ही नहीं है कभी.
No, I have been told by a very good friend of mine that when I ask a particular question and if I don't know the answer to that, especially if there are options in that question, do this for that option, and then I know that's the answer.
तूने मेरे खिलाफ सेटअप किया था ये?
मेरे को नहीं पता यार, मेरे को एक्चुअली याद ही नहीं है. क्या मैंने कुछ सेटअप नहीं किया. मैं
एक सेकेंड है. क्या?
नहीं, ये
Wrong answer.
Oh, अच्छा. ठीक है.
There are fixes all over the place.
Correct, but इतना बड़ा उसमें आप
नेशनल इंटीग्रिटी क्वेश्चन नहीं थी. उसमें आपको 1,500 रुपए के कपड़े मिल रहे थे.
Alright, we'll move on to Rohan. You win 2 points. Niladri, you win 0 in this.
Okay, 13-17.
Okay, we will move on to video number 8, not 8.1. निलाद्री आप क्लिक मत क्या करो. बढ़ा दे और वॉल्यूम बढ़ा दे.
इतनी ही है वॉल्यूम है.
नहीं वॉल्यूम तो.
I had more experience with the B-29 than any. I'm glad that they gave it to me. I can do it and I will do it. It was the most boring flight that I ever made because nothing went wrong.
ठीक है. He's talking about a particular flight. Why is this guy? Why have I kept this? What is the historical significance of this video? आप लिखो. Whoever goes second is writes it down. Whoever goes first can just tell me.
Repeat incidents हो सकते हैं क्या throughout ये list में? Questions about repeat incidents हो सकते हैं क्या? He was one of the 9/11 pilots.
Okay. What's your answer?
He dropped the nuke in Japan.
अरे यार.
3 points to
अरे यार मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ यार.
वीडियो के ऊपर 2001 नहीं लिखा हुआ था. हाँ, so he is a very old guy. उसको फ्लाइट थोड़ी ना चलाने देंगे. कितना हुआ? Check out 8.1.
2013.
कमबैक का भी चांस नहीं है.
At 29 years old, Paul Tibbets was handpicked to fly the B-29 bomber.
I had more experience with the B-29 than anybody.
It was the biggest, fastest, highest flying bomber of its time.
I thought, boy, I'm glad that they gave it to me. I can do it and I will do it. And by doing so, I might take some lives, but I'll save many more. And that's the thought that ruled me all the way through.
On August 5th, 1945, at an expense of $2 billion, the U.S. military unveiled the atomic bomb. It weighed 9,700 pounds. Because of its weight, it had to be loaded via a special loading pit. Just before takeoff, Tibbets had the plane's nose painted in honor of his mother, Enola Gay. The crew takes one last photo before takeoff. They're given cyanide pills in case they're captured.
And I've been asked directly, would you do it again? If you give me the same circumstances, I would not hesitate. And I've never lost a night's sleep.
He says in that video that he could taste, sitting in his cockpit, he dropped the bomb, he's turning away, he's going, he could taste metal.
Metal in the air.
Inside the cockpit, as saying.
Yeah.
He says, I could taste the radiation. This was the first bomb which was dropped at
Hiroshima.
At Hiroshima. 3 point आपको 0
Yeah.
points to you.
2013.
Big chunk of that, please. यार ये बहुत इजी हो रहा है तेरा खाने वाला. नेक्स्ट वाला थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट होगा शायद. इतना इजीली छू कर गया. यार आंटी ने बोला था कि तेरे को इस पे दिक्कत होगा. मैं ये यार very nice. So disappointed that
I should have got, if this was the thing, I could have got from home Bhoot Jalokia, the Naga sauce.
नहीं इधर जान से नहीं मारना है ना.
आगे भी खेलना भी है.
अच्छा एक और सवाल है.
हाँ.
Name of the Japanese emperor in 1945. So basically July 26th के आसपास of 1945 the Allied forces had told Japan कि either you surrender or you will be annihilated. Japan बोला हम लोग नहीं करेंगे. But Japan was talking to Russia saying that कि अरे यार can we surrender but on a little more favorable terms to ours. So Russia said of course हम लोग करते हैं बात करते हैं. But Russia was secretly planning to attack Japan all along.
Oh हाँ.
Because Russia ने ऐसा वादा किया हुआ था बाकी Allied powers को. So Russia invaded and उसी के आसपास US also dropped Hiroshima bomb and then Nagasaki. Then Japanese emperor told the lawmakers to accept I forgot what was the surrender agreement called, to accept that accord and terms. So finally Japanese lawmakers agreed, and then in fact there was also a coup attempt to remove the emperor and not to let Japan surrender, but that coup attempt failed and finally Japan went ahead and surrendered. इसका भी है कि उन्होंने टोक्यो पर अटैक क्यों नहीं किया, उन्होंने हिरोशिमा पर अटैक क्यों किया. तो उसका ये मतलब ये कि टोक्यो, couple of reasons. One was कि Tokyo was already devastated by bombings. Second, there was a likelihood, they're saying that one of the reasons they might have not gone for Tokyo was there was a chance the Japanese emperor was in Tokyo and they wanted the emperor alive because the emperor would make peace. Plus Hiroshima was a military industrial town. They would produce missiles and also they wanted to annihilate and also to see कि इस bomb से exactly कितना devastation पहुंचता है. Because if you put it on a city like Tokyo, you would not understand how much of a devastated city it was. So how much क्या devastation हुआ था. This is why they put on Hiroshima.
अच्छा हिंट तो दो एम्परर के नाम का.
Japanese emperor का नाम क्या था 1945 में. मैं आपको 4 ऑप्शंस दे रहा हूं. ऑप्शन ए अकिहितो, ऑप्शन बी हिरोहितो, ऑप्शन सी नारुहितो, ऑप्शन डी चुल्कीतो.
डी होगा लग रहा है.
Only Bengalis watching this will understand the fourth option, Chulkito. So you can knock off the fourth option. You've got 3 to believe. So go for it.
Option A Akihito, option B Hirohito, option B Naruhito, or option D Chulkito. Which one do you think? I am not saying if it's a joke or not. It might be true also. How would you?
B कौन सा है?
B is.
अच्छा एक और बार सारे ऑप्शंस बता दो.
Option A Akihito, option B Hirohito, option C Naruhito, option D Chulkito. He tried to play a mentalism game and all. He said, बताओ एक बार. I repeated the exact 4.
नहीं exact कभी भी नहीं होता.
Almost जितना मेरे इसमें मैं exactly 4 बार.
On YouTube he's learning mentalism. So let's see.
Every episode के पहले.
बताओ अच्छा.
Okay. A B C D बोलो.
हिरोहितो,
नारुहितो, चुल्कीतो.
यार दो में है मेरे को ऑप्शन.
I'll go first.
तूने लिख दिया ना? हाँ.
Hirohito.
नारुहितो.
Option B Hirohito is the right answer. 1 more point to you.
Thank you. Why 1 more point? It should be 2.
इससे पहले में 3 मिले ने आपको.
21.
Number 9, my money is on Rohan.
Okay.
Sorry for the bad video quality. Which war is this? Is your question.
Okay.
Niladri, if you can take off your sunglasses, please. I don't know why his sunglasses are on.
It's too much light, man.
Oh, baap re. Just had a cornea operation apparently.
Okay.
All right. There's a dare which involves Instagram in this one. Whoever loses the points for this. Both of you. Which war is this? पहला जवाब गलत हुआ दोनों का तो मैं हिंट दूंगा एक. And then फिर बाकी सवाल है. It's a difficult question actually. उस वीडियो से पता चलना difficult तो है.
You need to give the answer today.
एक सेकंड यार, सोचने तो दो. इस वीडियो से कौन सा कुछ हिंट्स नहीं है, हिंट्स दे दो यार.
देख मैं लिख. निराज ने लिखा है ना कुछ. तू बोल दे ऐसा ही. निराज ने लिख लिया तो you can't change his answer.
बोल ना यार. 3 दिन से बैठा है.
तू अगर आपका होता ना इतना टाइम देता ही नहीं, वो उसको पता होता तो.
आपको पता है क्या इसका आंसर? हाँ?
I think.
And Niladri is always confident, regardless if it's incorrect or right. तू मेरे को बोल. Last 10 सेकंड.
ठीक है, हाँ 1 सेकंड में.
Five and a half.
One. Okay. कुछ भी दे.
रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर ही बोल रहा हूँ.
रशिया यूक्रेन. Okay. आपका?
I think this is the 6-day war that Israeli.
अरे
यार पेन खराब मत कर दे यार.
The 6-day war that Israeli had against the Arabs. They destroyed Egypt, Jordan, all the air forces and blah blah. Am I right?
9.1 please. Okay. Anyway, ठीक है इसका नहीं आपने दो सब बता ही दिया ऑलरेडी. ठीक है 9.1.
ऊपर है 9.1. यार मैं दिमाग में इजराइल आया नहीं वॉर के.
Wearing blue here. Pilot had
June the 5th, 1966.
star on the side of the plane.
Around 300 Israeli
that was the only
mainly
hint.
French-built fighter bombers prepared to launch the most decisive airstrike in history. Their target, the air forces of Egypt, Syria.
They were flying the Mirage Delta wing. When he turns around the plane, you see
Mirage Russian है. Mirage तो नहीं fly कर रहे होंगे.
No, Mirage was French, right? The Dassault. Mirage is MiG is Russians.
Victory for the pilots and engineers and impersonal.
So when it turns around, you'll see the Delta wing, which the Tejas also has. So,
Crazy knowledge यार. ये तो बहुत सही knowledge यार आपका.
So that's how many points, Baba? बोल दो.
ये तो मैं किताब पढ़ के भी नहीं बोल पाया.
24-13.
मोसाद का किताब था ना तेरे पास.
24-13. The score right now it's 24-13.
20,000 Arab soldiers had died in 6-day war.
Do you think a Russian Air Force pilot or an American Air Force pilot will wear blue?
अरे I did not have any answers. मेरे को समझ ही नहीं
So
आ रहा कौन सा और
you could
कौन
have
सा है.
deduced it ना यार.
अरे मेरे को दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा था इजराइल का वॉर भी यार. मैं सोच रहा था कौन सी कंट्रीज वॉर करती है. यूएस रशिया चाइना के आगे बढ़ ही नहीं पा रहा था.
मैं एक्चुअली 6-day war रखा कि तुमको मैं दोनों में कंफ्यूज था कि शुड आई कीप फुटेज ऑफ 6-day war और शुड आई कीप कलर फुटेज ऑफ द फॉकलैंड्स वॉर.
That's with Argentina and England.
हाँ मुझे लगा फॉकलैंड्स वॉर. आई एम नॉट श्योर बट आपको तो पता है. मुझे लगा रोहन को पता है. आई एम नॉट श्योर
पता मुझे
फॉकलैंड वॉर के बारे में पता है कि नहीं. सो आई वेंट फॉर दिस
10th video.
ऑलराइट. सो या
स्पोर्ट्स से रिलेटेड
इजिप्ट सीरिया और
जॉर्डन के साथ ना.
स्पोर्ट्स का 2 तो रखा था मैंने. दोनों तो तू बोला एक्चुअली.
24-13 right now the score runs at. We're heading 10th, video number 10.
ओके ये वीडियो नंबर 10 दोनों ही बोल पाओगे आप लोग.
But of course we can't
वॉल्यूम बढ़ा.
endanger our security in any way. I don't think one can really give an answer to a question of this kind.
ठीक है नंबर 10.
इंदिरा गांधी
इतने
बड़े बड़े इंसिडेंट्स हुए हैं ना.
इंदिरा गांधी जी किस इंसिडेंट की बात कर रही है यहाँ पर लिख लीजिए आप लोग दोनों.
अगर ये दूसरा ऑप्शन निकला तो बहुत दुख होगा यार.
Whoever, so पिछले क्वेश्चन का भी मेरे को पनिशमेंट देना है और इसका भी पनिशमेंट देना है. लेट्स सी दोनों में कौन गलत होते हैं. इसका दोनों सही जवाब दोगे.
मैंने लिख लिया.
ओके यू से.
Me? The liberation of East Pakistan.
नहीं मेरा वो थर्ड ऑप्शन था. मैंने
जो लिखा है वो.
हाँ वही बोल रहा हूँ. इमरजेंसी बोला मैंने.
ऑलराइट. निलाद्री यू आर राइट.
Thank you.
1971. This interview was given to BBC on the 1st November 1971, a month before. You can see the video.
आप एक बात बताओ, आपने ब्लू स्टार और इमरजेंसी कैसे एलिमिनेट किया?
And during Blue Star, she was much more older. Okay, she was much more younger at this point of time. Now, when you go back,
also 1980s, I think she would be in a color footage, no?
In 1980s, she was still in a black and white footage with Rakesh Sharma asking, "ये India कैसे दिखता है?" सारे जहां से अच्छा thing which she had. So that time also, but this for some reason is in color.
But also she was smiling.
And since you said it's BBC, obviously it'll be in color.
She was smiling, इसलिए मैंने मतलब उसने ऐसे बोला ना कि मैं इसका आंसर नहीं देता, मुझे थोड़ा गिल्ट नजर आया।
I know, इसीलिए मैं ऐसे पार्ट रखा था कि of course we can't endanger a security. I thought कि अगर emergency के साथ confuse हो सकते हो, you can watch 9.1.
27-13. It's like how Sri Lanka went down yesterday to India. Huh?
Do you frankly expect to see war with Pakistan soon? It does look to many people as if it's inevitable.
I don't think one can really give an answer to a question of this kind. Because as I said, we are trying everything possible to prevent it.
But do you support the Bangladesh guerrillas? Do you support a separate state in East Pakistan?
You see, it's not a question of supporting or not. The question is what is likely to happen. I don't think we can shut our eyes to the situation in a neighboring state. I think, and I personally think that most of the world believes this, so they may not be willing to say it out openly, that Pakistan as it existed can never be the same again.
This is a very popular BBC interview she had given to justify it to the world.
Very popular is a stretch. मुझे नहीं पता.
No, it
very
is.
popular.
I mean, okay, चलो तब के लिए तब तो तक.
It was big, yeah.
Of course.
At that point of time, we were talking about the Mukti Bennies. We were talking about Mujibur Rahman, fucking it up in Bangladesh.
मुजीबुर रहमान के बारे में क्यों बात कर रहे थे यार?
He was.
अच्छा अच्छी bowling तो करा रहा है.
नहीं, अरे. So 27-13 is the final score.
मुजीबुर रहमान वो है ना जो कटर डालता है.
वो डाल रहा था 71 में भी डाल रहा था।
मुजीबुर रहमान
Okay, here's another question for you.
हाँ पहुंचा ही दो आज 30.
Who was the Indian Defence Minister in 1971?
Chiefs of Army Staff पूछो.
4 questions. सी बात है, सबको पता है, तो जिसके क्वेश्चन है 4 ऑप्शन देता हूं मैं. Who was the Indian Defence Minister during 1971? Option A, Jagjeevan Ram. Option B, Sardar Swaran Singh. Option C, V.K. Krishna. Option D, Yashwant Rao Chavan.
यार आप ये ऑप्शंस एकदम ये एसएससी टाइप ऑप्शंस लेकर आ रहे हो यार. हर ऑप्शन में लगता है यही सही आंसर है.
यार चुनकी तो दिया था.
अच्छा बताओ एक और बताओ मेरे को.
ऑप्शन ए जगजीवन राम, ऑप्शन बी सरदार स्वरण सिंह, ऑप्शन सी वी.के. कृष्णा, और इज इट ऑप्शन डी यशवंत राव चवन? डिफेंस मिनिस्टर का नाम थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है, मैं इसीलिए मैंने 4 ऑप्शन दे रहा हूँ. मतलब
बी और डी को पढ़ दो कि मेरे को ध्यान नहीं आ रहा.
ऑप्शन बी है सरदार स्वरण सिंह, ऑप्शन डी है यशवंत राव चवन. ऑलराइट, यस रोहन, यू?
बी.
ऑप्शन बी सरदार स्वरण सिंह. नीलाद्री?
वी.के. कृष्णा.
Alright, both of you are incorrect. It is Babu Jagjeevan Ram.
Jesus, I thought about Jagjeevan Ram.
Babu Jagjeevan Ram थे 1971-72 both. He was succeeded and preceded by Sardar Swaran Singh. Okay.
So, 27-13.
11th is left. Okay, Rohan.
एक और क्वेश्चन आपने बोला, 4 क्वेश्चन बोला आपने.
This is नहीं, एक ही क्वेश्चन.
मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा, मेरा कैमरे, मेरा इंस्टाग्राम.
करेक्ट, लेकिन आप इसके बाद करोगे.
क्या है, क्या करना है?
जो हारेगा उसके लिए एक और है, बट
हारे के लिए मत रखो यार. मैं एक तो रुला भी रहे हो मेरे को यहाँ पे हरा के.
Post a picture of your close-up of your nostrils as an Instagram story for 30 minutes. Okay. Close-up of your nostrils as an Instagram story. थोड़ा सा एक से यहाँ पे डाल देना इसमें.
हाँ ठीक है, यहाँ पे डाल.
For 30 minutes, a close-up of nostrils. Okay.
बहुत खराब है यार.
साले तुमने कल जो पैर के पिक्चर दिए उससे कम खराब है.
11 डालेंगे.
वीडियो नंबर 11.
Alright, नीलाद्री. नहीं, कौन दिया लास्ट में गलत? तो रोहन.
अरे नहीं, मेरा तो वो था ना नॉस्ट्रिल्स वाला. अभी 11th
यस, आपने बहुत सारा गलत जवाब दिया है.
हाँ,
बहुत सारा गलत जवाब दिया है आपने.
मैंने?
हाँ.
अरे 11th वाले की बात कराओगे ना यार.
वो तो उसके लिए दूसरा ये.
मैंने अभी वो नॉस्ट्रिल वाला करा 10th के लिए यार.
Yeah, you are losing. The score is 27-13. So obviously you fucking need to do it.
11th के लिए रखो ना यार ये।
ए इसको उसको दूसरा कर देंगे चलो।
ए प्लीज यार 11th के लिए रखो।
आपने कितना पनिशमेंट लिया है? आपने 2 जवाब गलत दिया ना आपको।
नहीं, once you gave me the lemon, I said I can't have citrus for my condition.
So you called.
हाँ आपने एकदम उनके प्रेफरेंस पे दे रहे हो।
No, but fucking I'm
Okay,
winning.
ठीक। नो नीलाद्री, एक और गलत जवाब तो आपने दिया है। बिफोर वी गो अहेड, एक पनिशमेंट आपके लिए भी। ऐसा कुछ सत्य बोलो ऑन कैमरा, कुछ सच थोड़ा सा बड़ा सा जो शायद लोगों को आपके बारे में नहीं पता है।
इंटेंस वाला पूछ लिया यार।
बोलो क्या?
एक सेकंड। हाँ
till the age of 18 I had close to a woman's voice, and I don't know how it's changed to what it is today, but
puberty.
No, everything else was, you know,
everything else remained the same.
Everything else was hanging out, balls coming out, you know, everything.
You still had the vagina.
But no, I
Just guessing.
No, I kept it just for you for 2016. When you came in, I gifted that to you. But yes, I had a lady's voice till the age of 18, and whenever I used to pick up the phone, they used to say, "Yes, Mrs. Bose," and I used to get a little pissed off because they thought it was my mother who was talking on the line. So yeah, that's the truth.
ठीक है 11th।
अच्छा था, मैं भूल ही गया पनिश करना तुम लोगों को। ओके नीलाद्री, आपने कितना गलत, एक सेकंड, आपने कितना गलत जवाब दिया था?
अरे काफी सारे, मैं 13 में जो जीता हूँ।
तेरा एक पनिशमेंट बाकी है। ओके हियर्स योर नेक्स्ट। कितने लोगों को तुमने अनब्लॉक किया है?
एक भी नहीं। ब्लॉक किया है। मैं ब्लॉक नहीं करता।
ठीक है, यू आर पुटिंग
आई डोंट थिंक मैंने ब्लॉक किया।
यू आर पुटिंग अप अ पिक्चर ऑफ योर नॉस्ट्रल्स ऑन।
वो तो मैं कर रहा हूँ। अरे 11th देख लेते हैं ना, अभी इसकी अभी सारे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, प्राइस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन।
ऑलराइट, वीडियो नंबर 11।
Should I hit it?
Yep.
Of course, this is a split decision and very evenly balanced, 4-3. Do you think in these circumstances it is morally impossible for you to hang this?
Well, I would not personally like to comment on this as yet, because basically the case is still technically still under consideration of the court, is sub judice, and therefore any comment on me, whether on moral grounds or technical grounds, may likely to create unnecessary impressions in the minds of the public who are going to review this or view this. So I personally would say that it's not right for me to comment whether can be morally hanged or cannot be morally hanged just because the verdict is split.
Do you regret that this prodigiously long trial was ever started?
No, not a bit. I may not have given anything at all to this country, but Sandy, I've given them one thing. I've given them the rule of law. We started off with an open hand. This is the example I keep on giving it. We started off with an open arm, with an open hand of love and affection for the people of Pakistan. But then I find that at times the squeeze has to be applied. So now I'm trying to close the hand gradually, to apply the squeeze where it is necessary.
Okay, your 2 questions for this video. Question number 1 is, who was he talking about the initial part of the video? Question number 2 is, who is this person?
ऑप्शन दे दो यार।
Both of them from Pakistan. यार पाकिस्तान ज़्यादा नहीं यार, ऑप्शंस नहीं लिखा है।
प्लीज ऑप्शन दे दो यार, बस इस बंदे के नाम के लिए ऑप्शन दे दो। बहुत मेरे को पता है क्योंकि ये 1960। अच्छा आपको भी पता है कि नाम ही पता है क्या आपको?
I know who's talking.
And who is he talking about? Both. ठीक है, अगर दोनों गलत हो तो मैं ऑप्शन दूंगा।
हाँ।
नहीं गलत होंगे, ये तो मेरे को ही पता था यार। मैं इसका टेन्योर भी बता सकता हूँ। 1965 में सब यही था।
अच्छा ठीक है, आप दोनों लिखो।
यार क्या यार, नहीं। ओ ये बंदे, छोड़ो मेरे को नहीं समझ आ रहा अभी।
लिख लो
दोनों का नाम। ए इज द
ऊपर अभी एक किसी बॉलीवुड मूवी में भी फीचर हुआ है यार ये। नॉट ये बंदा नहीं, इस बंदे की स्टोरी में ये बंदा फीचर नहीं है बॉलीवुड मूवी में। अब कौन सी बॉलीवुड मूवी यार?
आंसर ए इज फॉर द पर्सन ही वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट इन द इनिशियल पार्ट ऑफ द वीडियो। आंसर बी इज द पर्सनस नेम। मैंने खुद लिखा गया जवाब, मैं खुद ही लिखना भूल गया।
हाँ
जल्दी करो, बैटरी डाउन हो जाएगा।
बैटरी डाउन हो सकता है।
हाँ यार,
हम 2 दिन के बाद आए।
क्या स्लेजिंग कर रहे हैं नीलाद्री?
जीत रहे ना आज।
unbeaten, Shine. Second season, unfucking
including
beaten.
a video which didn't go on
Didn't
air.
go up, I was unbeaten.
Okay, let's start with you, Rohan.
General. यार General Adil is my guess.
Is the person. Okay, and who is he talking about?
Talking about तो पाकिस्तान में इतने सारे लोगों को मारने की बातें होती है उनके इसने जिसके अगेंस्ट कू किया होगा उसको मारने की बातें चल रही होगी.
चलो लॉजिकली यू आर राइट.
हाँ इसने किसको किया है?
लास्ट 15 seconds. 15 दे रहा हूँ मैं.
एक सेकेंड यार मेरा ना अब दिमाग ही चलना बंद हो गया कि किस किस को हैंग किया है पाकिस्तान ने.
हो गया 15 seconds.
यार.
Come on, your clock is slower than a fuck.
यार थोड़ा दे दो उसको टाइम.
ठीक है मेरे को नहीं पता शायद मैं.
Alright, Dilaji.
Saddam Hussein is my random.
General Zia-ul Haq.
Aye, yaar.
Who was speaking? He was talking about Zulfikar Ali Bhutto.
Come on, take a sip of this first.
30-13.
Take a sip of this first. Sip नहीं. You have to finish this by the way. Don't take a sip of that. Finish
क्या है
it.
ये क्या है?
चाय.
बताओ ना फिर.
चाय.
अरे बताओ ना उन लोगों के लिए बता दो.
चाय ही है सच में.
अभी तो कोल्ड कॉफी पी रहे हैं यार.
हाँ चाय मत पिलाओ.
चाय में तो कुछ चीजें डाला है.
बहुत गंदा है यार. नमक में हल्के से पानी गिर गया.
मैं बोला था आंटी को बोला कि मैं नमक डाल के चाय बना दीजिए. फिर आंटी ने उसमें मिर्ची पाउडर भी दिया है. थोड़ा सूप.
हम आगे कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं.
सूप
30-13.
ये सिर्फ ये जवाब जो हारा उसके लिए.
यार पूरा खत्म कर रहा हूँ ना.
ये अभी एपिसोड हारने के लिए एक और है.
ऐसा डिस्कस नहीं किया था.
अभी एपिसोड आ रहा जो आपने.
यार.
सो आपको एक तो नॉस्ट्रिल वाला एक पिक्चर आपको अपलोड करना है. एंड एपिसोड हारने के लिए यू हैव टू ऐसे करके दोनों स्टोरी 30 मिनट्स के लिए 30 मिनट्स
कर दूंगा यार. ये थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया.
दोनों बैक टू बैक स्टोरी 30 मिनट्स के लिए रहना चाहिए. दो अलग अलग स्टोरी एक में नहीं. दो
कैसा है गाँव करके दिखाओ.
ऐसा करके पाउट करके
बेसिकली करते तो हो ना.
हाँ. You posted your feet picture as if this is a fucking OnlyFans account, your Instagram. Random, like, what's feet picture?
Keep the cup on the side. You will get a bad
अभी क्या
stomach.
ये लग
get a bad stomach.
सूप लग रहा है क्या? इतना पी रहे तो.
नहीं आपने बोला खत्म.
ठीक है छोड़ दो. अभी दो पिक्चर आप
you get a bad stomach. You just have coffee.
और कुछ था मेरे पास पनिशमेंट जो मैं भूल गया, which we will try out in further episodes if Niladri comes.
What do you mean? You told me on Monday, Friday. You called me on Thursday and said you remember what's going to happen tomorrow. I said, yeah.
Doesn't that give you a hint कि हमें आपको बार-बार पूछना पड़ रहा है कि आपको याद तो है ना क्या हुआ था?
Who are the ones who are traveling doing improv? Who are the ones who are the ones who are hosting quiz shows around pubs in Bangalore on a Thursday? Who are the ones who were the ones who were giving updates for the World Cup game yesterday when I said I'll come in on a Thursday?
That because we also have a job, but the point is even without that.
आपको ट्यूसडे को क्यों नहीं आया? इनका तो चलो काम गिनवाया. ट्यूसडे को क्या काम है आपका?
ट्यूसडे मैंने बोला था ना वो पर्सनल चीज हो रहा था.
वेडनेसडे को आना चाहिए था. वेडनेसडे तो मैं था इधर.
वो मेरा
कुछ नहीं था वेडनेसडे आपका. घर पे थे सुबह से लेके शाम तक.
वेडनेसडे को वो हुआ था आपका पाँव के ऊपर पाँव रख के सो नहीं रहे थे. गलती से हो गया था आपका. है ना?
Alright, so yeah, that was Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. जिसको जुल्फिकार अली भुट्टो का आखिरी वर्ड्स क्या था पता है? His last words apparently were forgive me God for I am innocent. So जुल्फिकार अली भुट्टो
इंग्लिश में बोला.
उर्दू में बोला था.
नहीं मैं पूछ रहा था इंग्लिश में बोला उर्दू में बोला.
उर्दू में बोला होगा. मैं तो इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन सुनाऊं और नॉट दैट ऑडियो प्ले कर रहे थे मेरे को इंग्लिश जितना न्यूज़ में था.
कौन सा ईयर?
दिस वाज
70.
हाँ आई डोंट नो एक्चुअली.
जियाउल हक is he the same guy? मेरे को पता नहीं. मैं भूल रहा हूँ. I think
Zia-ul Haq was the person in charge during the Afghanistan war.
जनरल कार्यपा के बेटे को जब कैप्चर किया था पाकिस्तान में तो उस टाइम के जनरल कौन थे?
Which year was?
I think 60s में आई.
तो याया खान होगा शायद.
याया खान शायद. करेक्ट.
तब उस टाइम पे याया खान.
तब उन्होंने कॉल करके बोला था कि जनरल कार्यपा को बोला था कि हम आपके बेटे को छोड़ना चाहते हैं, बिकॉज याया खान जनरल कार्यपा के जूनियर थे ब्रिटिश आर्मी के टाइम पे। तब जनरल कार्यपा ने बोला नहीं, आप जैसे बाकी प्रिजनर ऑफ वॉर के साथ ट्रीट करो, मेरे बेटे को भी वैसे ट्रीट करो। तो अगर मेरे बेटे को छोड़ना है, सारे कुछ सब कुछ छोड़ो।
So he really didn't like his son. Just
पीट जाओगे भैया, मैं बता रहा हूँ, मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ मार दो आप।
यार इसमें भी पिट जाऊंगा। I think army people can take a joke.
No, I think also Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was one of the most sophisticated prime ministers at that point of time. And,
But I'll just complete this.
Zulfikar कौन सी मूवी उसका रोल?
हाँ शायद वो इसका मूवी जो सिद्धार्थ
मल्होत्रा वाला
I'm not sure, शायद उसका हो सकता है. I've not watched the movie. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was politically, it was a political murder they call it. His hanging, he was hanged, and then Zia-ul Haq died in a plane crash, which was a very mysterious plane crash.
I'll tell you.
Everybody keeps talking about it.
Yeah, I'll quickly fill you on this. So first thing, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was hung at about 6 in the morning, and at 5 in the morning, the guards went in and read his whatever the namaz or whatever you have in your religious sect, and they asked him what would you like to have, because in 40 minutes you're going to take off. So he asked for tea and a couple of toasts, and I think that was his last meal. And with regards to Zia-ul Haq, he took his Pakistan Air Force aircraft with Pakistani people, and
US ambassador to Pakistan was also there.
Was also on that plane, and this is something which they blame CIA for. That and CIA came up with logic which was very metaphorical, saying to kill 4 rats we might have to bring
No,
down
that's all conspiracy theory. CIA का हाथ नहीं था इसमें.
So this was apparently there was a kettle of tea which was going around the plane, which went to the pilots also, which went to Zia also, and whoever was traveling with him. Now there was a Pakistan commercial, what would they call it? PIA was going this way, and the pilot noticed that Zia's plane was just swaying like this. Later on they understood that the pilots were unconscious, and everybody in the plane was pretty much unconscious, and that's how the plane crashed.
I'm not sure about this story. I have to read it. मैंने कहीं तो पढ़ा नहीं है, तो शायद आपको पता होगा ज़्यादा. But CIA.
इतना evident है कि conspiracy है.
It's not a conspiracy, bro. The pilots of PIA saw that plane going like this, swaying, which means nobody on the controls.
फिर तो accident नहीं हो सकता, फिर तो आप murder.
हाँ, but it is heavily, but it was never proved that it was any conspiracy. एक तो ये था. CIA was also suspecting कि they also wanted to put out first of all CIA had nothing to gain. कुछ ऐसा. It's not just Zia-ul Haq was against CIA. He was carrying their work only.
No, Zia was in the middle of allowing Americans to provide weaponry, arms, ammunition to the Mujahids.
That was going on.
Which was going on against the Russians. And Zia had put a timeline that, this is what I can do for this much of time. And the CIA were pressing him because the Russians were not budging. And that is when all this happened.
It doesn't make any sense. You can do regime change in Pakistan easily. Why would you want to kill the
Who was going to remove Zia?
Pakistan political history is filled with army folks just going over and taking over the head of the country, being head. Yeah, so it is filled with you. Just support somebody else. Why would you want to kill that person and draw suspicions towards yourself? It doesn't make sense. Like there's a conspiracy theory that 9/11 is CIA inside jobs. उन्होंने अपने से किया क्यों? That is all bull crap.
That's balls.
हाँ, they think is नहीं अफगानिस्तान को अटैक करना चाहते थे, इसके उन्होंने ऐसा किया. 2003 they attacked Iraq. They just cooked up evidence and did it. So that whole theory really falls flat. So it's all bull crap. CIA can do a lot. CIA does political assassinations. Even their history is it's there. Mossad does it. But you don't do stuff where it is very obvious कि आप ही पे आएगा.
Well, they say a country just did it in Canada.
हाँ, which I kind of think might be true.
क्या चीज़?
They're talking about that Canada is pointing fingers at India के India ने किया. But again, so that also मुझे problem लगता है कि एक तो वो हो सकता है कि India is using gangs to shoot at each other. Like India was preparing Chota Rajan shooters to go ahead and shoot Dawood. Then Mumbai cops caught Chota Rajan shooters. जैसे लॉरेंस बिश्नोई, मैं और रोहन बात कर रहे थे, आई थिंक अगेन देयर इज नो एविडेंस, नथिंग मुझे पता है, आई थिंक लॉरेंस बिश्नोई के गैंग मेंबर्स हु आर इन कनाडा इज बीइंग यूज्ड बाय रॉ। लॉरेंस बिश्नोई के ऊपर हाँ,
मेरा इसमें कोई कहना नहीं है।
No, I'm just saying it might be. It's what I think. It can be 100% wrong. It comes from no. But I think how Chota Rajan was used by Raw, which is an open secret, might be there are other gangs out there who are used by the Indian intelligence agencies. And also US just...
लेकिन लॉरेंस बिश्नोई का इंटरव्यू देखा आपने जो आया था अभी?
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, ऐसे कैसे इंटरव्यूज वो इतना खुल्लम खुल्ला दे रहा है?
इंटरव्यू इज लाइक इज अ PR एक्टिविटी जिसमें मतलब he has turned a few people towards him. He said things like जो भी देश के टुकड़े करना चाहेगा हमें वो पसंद नहीं, हम
छोटा राजन बिल्कुल ऐसी बातें करता था, इसके लिए मुझे और शक है।
He threatened to kill Salman Khan.
करेक्ट, छोटा राजन बिल्कुल इसी तरह बात करता था कि इंडिया के अगेंस्ट में है इसलिए मैंने उस गैंगस्टर को मारा, उस गैंगस्टर को मारा। छोटा राजन ऐसी बात करता था।
ये भी क्या, हाँ, उससे एक सवाल पूछा कि आपको बुरा नहीं लगता कि बहुत ही प्रॉमिसिंग इंसान थे सिद्धू मूसेवाला? कहता प्रॉमिसिंग तो हम भी हैं, हम भी बेचारे हैं, लेकिन उसने हमने गैंग मेंबर मार दिया तो
वही मुझे लग रहा है। अब मुझे पता है तो बहुत सारा, अगेन दिस इज जस्ट स्पेकुलेशन, वी आर जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट थ्योरीज।
हां, हम बस नॉर्मल जो बात करते हुए बस यूट्यूब पर डाल रखा है।
Too many angles, yeah. Too many angles.
हमें तो
all right, so we've come to the end of another episode of Normies, right?
Yes, another time Niladri winning it. Yes. Okay, we'll have to finish it because I don't know कितना बाकी है।
This time I'm going to take the almond chocolates only.
I think I'm going to squash चाहिए मेरे को।
I'm just taking the chocolates because it's
done.
Just
squash आप ले जाओ।
All right, congratulations to Niladri. Rohan, clap for Niladri, यार। Clap for Niladri. All right, thank you so much. We will.
The final score was.
अच्छा, एक बार पूछ लो ये नेक्स्ट भी हिस्ट्री देखना चाहते हैं, हिप हॉप हिस्ट्री पे भी कर सकते हैं हम, देसी हिप हॉप की हिस्ट्री। उसके अलावा तो हम रैप पे रिएक्ट नहीं करने वाले, वो भी बता देते हैं बिकॉज कॉपीराइट क्लेम्स आते हैं, तो ये भी आपको बता दिया मैंने। हम नॉर्मल हिस्ट्री के और एपिसोड्स बनाए ऐसा बिकॉज हमें तो मज़ा आता है, लेकिन क्या आपको मज़ा आता है?
और ये एपिसोड शायद लंबा भी हो सकता है, मुझे नहीं पता।
And also, if you guys want to see a cricketing episode, then just put your comments down.
उसकी गारंटी नहीं है, वो नीलाद्री सर होस्ट करने वाले हैं।
2025 तक तो आप कर ही दो।
लास्ट नीलाद्री सर ने होस्ट कब किया था पता है ना? 2021 में किया था, जेन्युइनली।
ओह सीरियसली? 2022 में हम लोग शूट किया क्या? शूट तो क्या होगा, 2-3 एपिसोड तो हमने किया।
2020-21 में नीलाद्री सर ने लास्ट होस्ट किया, 2021 के स्टार्टिंग में।
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Niladri, congratulations to you. Undefeated for quite some time.
Season 2, complete season 2.
Season 2 क्या ही है, अब पता ही नहीं कौन सा सीजन चल रहा है। But this is the best equipment we have shot with, audio-wise in a long time.
I hope वो कुछ malfunction ना हो, बस अब बस वही है।
Alright, see you.
Bye.
आँखों में नवी सी कलम मेरी चली थी, लिखा उसके बारे में तो आंखें मेरी भरी थी, आंसुओं से शाही जब ये बिखर